And the original
like,
Halloween.
Horror movies today aren't really
they're
comparing to that, I think. I don't know.
Can you guys just move the mic a little towards the end of the table? Yeah, okay, cool. And you might have to lean in a little bit. I'll
what
try
do you
to
do?
maybe move a little closer.
Yeah, just to talk into it.
Like over to the side here?
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Alright, we're going to play New York Lights, and then we'll go into the interview.
Oh,
So.
sweet.
This is Holden.
Yep.
And he's here.
Finally we meet up. We've both been working way too much, holding on to old world views in this new world order. Bring along your gaze and your stare. I got money for the taxi fare. When the driver asks us where to go, we'll say that we don't care. We just wanna ride all around this town tonight. We're gonna write our names upon the sky, and we're gonna ride all around this world in the night. Beneath these New York City lights. So save some time tonight. The city's on fire. Now it's our time to shine. Don't ever say goodbye for good. When on the morrow you might just change your mind and meet me at that old spot. All dressed up, you look so hot. I try hard to play it cool, but cool I am not. But take me as I am, love. I'll take you as you come. Show me all your favorite moves. We can make them all night long. We just wanna ride all around this town tonight. We're gonna write our names upon the sky, and we're gonna ride all around this world in the night. Beneath these New York City lights. So save some time tonight. The city's on fire. Now it's our time to shine. But don't ever say goodbye for good. When on the morrow you might just change. Save some time tonight. The city's on fire. Now it's our time to shine. But don't ever say goodbye for good. When on the morrow you might just change your mind. Oh, I hope you change your mind.
All right, that was New York City Lights.
It's fucking amazing.
That was good, man.
Shit, dude.
By Holden, who is in studio with us right now. What's going on, brother?
What's up? Just came out today. You guys got the first listen here.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it was out for a little while, but my cousin and producer, which I have to give all credit to, Chris Neptune, spelled Neptun. He's a songwriter himself, and he really it's just me and him working in a small little home studio, and all the it's not a full band yet, so all that was done with like keyboards, basically, bass and drums. But the guitar is me, and
amazing.
Well, he did the I just had, you mentioned the horns, and I had this idea of I really wanted to make this epic New York City song, and I just heard it in my head. I just heard that line from the great Frank Sinatra's New York, New York, and I thought, what better way to make a New York song? It just seems like you need horns in a New York song.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And they're hot right now. Everybody's doing horns, and so hoping to I'm excited to see where this goes. This will be a single with 2 other songs on it, which are also on the Reverb Nation page, and that'll be we've basically been updating the old demos I had to make them a little bit more professional to present to people, and I'm up in New York now, so I'm trying to definitely sell people on this song and see what happens.
So you actually came from New York to do our show?
Came down all the way from New York. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I've never done anything like this, so I'm excited. I'm just trying to get going here in 2015 and make this my year, hopefully. And it's kind of a nice year, 2015. It's like, feels like important, like the.
Should be getting hoverboards.
Those self-lacing shoes and shit.
They are. They are. I
They're
posted
making
that
it,
story
right?
a few weeks ago.
Most of my philosophies on life stem from the frustration that we don't have hoverboards yet.
Hovering cars.
Very like a little progressive, I guess. But like, can we just get there?
How long have you been doing music for, dude?
Since I was about 15, doing the whole high school battle of bands, starting with that, figuring out that I can sing Stone Temple Pilots and stuff like that, and then picking up the guitar, and you kind of get a little distracted by working and surviving in New Jersey along the way, and just paying the bills, and
exactly.
it kind of maybe takes a little bit of a back burner, but finally at a point in my life, I definitely want to. That's part of my message, is I want to like encourage more people to do that, and I'm just starting. I haven't gotten anywhere with it yet, but I'm really excited about it, and
being up in New York's a pretty big step, though. That's pretty awesome.
I grew up 10 minutes from there, man, and I moved down here, and I wanted to get into acting, and then fucking radio. And it was just I couldn't do the commute. I didn't have anyone to crash with up there, and
I just got lucky.
Kinda stuck down here.
I'm saying if an opportunity comes up, and any artists out there are interested in, because obviously there is a big scene there, no matter what. And if you have a friend that has, hey, I got this room, and that's basically what happened with me. And it's you gotta seize it when you can,
and
just
be brave enough to jump on it. Yeah,
and you'd be surprised though. I mean, I had a number of apartments around here in South Jersey, and you're not paying too much more to live up there if you find something. If you find the right situation, if you look hard enough, you can get
Jersey is expensive.
That's cool. Yeah, it is, man.
And there's a lot of jobs in New York too.
Better jobs, more pay. Yeah,
a lot.
So it's not really worth it to move down here like us.
I'm not saying nothing against. You know what it was? It was just there weren't any. There weren't a lot. I mean, I could have explored Asbury a little more, and I did play with some bands there over the years. But I mean, original gigs. It's just hard to come by, and you can New York. You can just start with the open mics anywhere. Every night if you want, you can. Just start sending your demo out, and people will book you for showcases and stuff, and.
Asbury, there is somewhat of a scene there in Asbury. But
that one guy, what's his name? Bruce Springsteen, that guy.
Bruce
He kind of put that on the map.
You know that guy.
That little number.
No,
the
but
little act.
There's a little bit of a scene coming back there, just
Yeah.
like recently.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what is it
I was
with
told you don't want to live there though. For some
No.
reason. I don't know.
I heard it turned around though. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I heard a lot of gays were there, so it got kind of
Turn
nice.
around, but they come in
It's fancy now. $100
There's a
plate
lot of
dinners.
sculptures.
Once you
stuff.
step over the train tracks, it's like that's when you gotta be careful.
Stab with syringes and all that
No,
good
I mean-
stuff.
They should. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was wondering, like, what is it with? Because, like, I've been to different bars in this town where everybody seems to just be doing like covers. Like, what is that? Is it just that like the
That's all they
people
want.
that go there just want to hear covers? They don't want to hear you guys playing originals.
You can sneak them in there if you want, and I think if they're good, then if you have regular people that go see you, I was playing in, I am still in a cover band around here. It's just a little, it's kind of like the dead of winter, as they say. But we have some gigs coming up, but it's and that's called Petronova, and we play all like we were like, we're gonna make people dance to rock and roll again. We're gonna play all those rock songs that like a girl can't help but come from the bar where they're drinking, start dancing and everything.
Throw
And
a girl up in the air.
yeah, I mean, and it's I highly encourage that. I think it's good for you, for your chops, to keep your chops up, to get better, to learn new songs, to be influenced by them, to allow that to influence your songwriting. But to answer your question, yeah, I mean, I guess people just like what they're familiar with, and after the 57th time somebody wants to hear Wagon Wheel around here, it's like kind of
You can't get tired of that, huh? Yeah, well, you
Yeah.
might,
Yeah.
but they don't. Apparently, they don't listen to it.
Well, I think musicians are always going to be more like into stuff that's not just like the 4-chord little Wonderwall or something, and not that I enjoy singing that, and like, look how I sing Wonderwall, you try to make it your own, or
Right.
Yeah.
but
You get the asshole screaming, "Play Freebird!"
Yeah, I already did that. I'm that asshole.
I don't know. It's interesting because I also wrote for the Sandpaper for 4 years on LBI, and I covered cover bands. So
Cool.
and I'm like, what can I say about that without getting in too much trouble? Just that I think the bars on LBI especially want a certain thing, and you kind of it almost comes down to like there's going to be bachelorette parties, and they want what they want, and it almost like revolves around, and that's fun and that's fine, and I've seen bands play like these perfect bachelorette party cover sequences of Pour Some Sugar on Me, and even like like a rock version of Sweet Caroline or something like that. But it's just I don't know. I had a thought about covers, and that's why I'm rambling, because I'm trying to get to it. What was I thinking even today, as far as I guess, if you really want to make it with just music, I do solo acoustic stuff on the side, and it's not like I want to keep playing these cover songs over and over. I'd much rather do originals all the time.
Right.
But if you get even like $50 here, $100 here, $150 here, and
Pays the bills.
yeah, and I think it's also a great tribute to those who came before you,
Yeah.
and it
Definitely.
yeah, so.
Cool, man.
I mean the scene around here, I don't want to really say too much about. I don't know. I appreciate
Afraid that some people might get mad at you if you say
I'm
some
laughing,
things.
'cause I wrote something for the
I
next
can't decide
guest.
whether I still I mean I kind of want to just get gigs up in New York, but I do love it around here, and
Right.
You don't want, like,
I'm
someone-
open to
I will
gigs
say-
around here, certainly,
I will
because I
say
just
this.
could use extra money.
I will say this. I was in like a few metal bands a couple of years ago, and like we would try to do like the older style metal where there's not much, not as much, like, so we would be trying to do that type of stuff, and you
Like
would just,
80s hair metal, or
no,
no?
like
I see. How far back are we going? Are we talking Diamond Head?
Spandex.
like Metallica type stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Anthrax, that type of thing. And we'd be trying to do that, and then we, throw a little bit of grunge in there, but like
Yeah.
most of the kids that were in the fire halls, they'd be all wanting to do. They'd just be doing screaming into the mic, and the one guy would just be earthquaking with his like bass or something.
Yeah.
You know, it was.
I wrote this on
I saw a Tool
accident.
cover band in Bayville one time, a Tool tribute band, and I'm like, what planet am I on? You know? But they were good.
I'm going to ask you this question. I wrote it for my next guest, but I wrote it on your page in accident. Have you ever thrown a tampon at somebody?
I threw it away from somebody. No. No.
Well, blocked it.
Well, yeah. Let's just get that out of there. Can't say I have. I don't even know really. There's like a string.
Yeah, I have. I've
Like a ripcord.
We were at a party once.
Anyway,
We're at a party once and we shut the lights, and everyone, when we turned the lights back on, threw tampons at my buddy Brian. So
yeah.
But that was for the next guest. I was like ADD when I was prepping, I guess, and wrote it on your page. What an asshole!
I feel like because I joked with Chris, my producer, about let's just put all these songs out there, and if nothing happens, we'll get into comedic music because we're both pretty funny. But
that would be cool.
I think there was some sort of like tampon song in the works with me.
Nice.
You know when you write like 8 bars and you're like, this is gonna be great. I'm not gonna like finish it, but like I'm just
Yeah.
Bars, they're fantastic.
You just save it as like tampon in it. I swear that's on my hard drive.
Like,
Nice.
Do like comedic music, like was it the Tenacious D?
Oh, they're
Yeah.
fantastic.
Was it Psycho Stick or something?
Yeah.
Who else is there? There's Stephen Lynch. He's funny.
Well, Dr. Dirty on LBI here that I interviewed one time at the Seashell said, comedy is the quickest way to an emotional connection with people.
He is an amazing dude.
It's
man.
not the deepest, but it's the quickest way to get people to love you, basically.
Yeah.
And it's if you got an open mic night and some comedic musician ahead of you like kills it, you should just go home. You just you're just gonna bring everybody down, or like it's too serious, or it's like everybody's all hyped up, and then you're like, well, I mean, it's just intimidating, yeah.
That's crazy.
So someday there'll be a comedic album if all else fails.
John Valby, he's still doing music, right? Dr. Dirty?
Yeah. Sorry, it took me a second to remember that's his name. Yeah.
That's
he was
cool,
like a
man.
philosophy major in college. Like he was a smart dude, and he's like, I just want to sing dirty songs and get girls to come on stage and show their ass and tits to everybody.
This man's a genius.
My buddy Dave used to go see him
He had, like,
in
special
like
powers.
95. Yeah.
He's using his mental powers. He's like hypnotizing them on stage.
Yeah, he made him feel safe and like know that nothing's gonna go wrong except for everyone who's taking pictures of your ass and putting it online later.
Oh man.
He gets them to forget about that.
Yeah. It's in the moment.
Yeah, he was great. Sweats a lot. Puts a lot of heart. That's rock and
Yeah,
roll.
I heard he smells.
It's not rock and roll if you don't sweat.
He did a bit. They sent him to the Steinway building, Opie and Anthony. And they sent him to the Steinway building, which is expensive pianos, and he started playing his fucking music in the middle of the Steinway building. He got kicked out of it. It was fucking hilarious. I urge everybody to look that up on YouTube.
I'll do that later.
It's great.
But yeah, I learned a lot
That's cool.
from them.
So now on your website you have 5 songs. I was wondering if you have like a lot more songs in the works, or are you just focusing on those?
Yeah, what we're gonna do is put out that single with 2 other songs on it, make a nice new CD. So when I go to I just went to like Rockwood Music Hall in Manhattan the other night, and I randomly met. I'm just like embarrassing. I met these two blondes that looked like hot sisters or something, and I started talking to them, and they ended up being booking agents for 2 of the biggest companies in the world, like offices all over and everything.
Wow.
And she's like, "You have your demo?" And I'm like, "Well, it's being mixed right now. Please get in touch with me. Can I just follow you wherever you're going until the demo's done?" No. So that's gonna come out, and then it's part of what will eventually be a full-length album called The Isolationist Companion Volume 1.
Oh, wow.
And it's supposed to sound kind of like a book, and that's going to be like a 14-song concept album. One song flows to the next,
Oh, that's cool. Kind of like, what's that band that does that?
What?
Cobry and...
Coheed and Cambria.
Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah, love those guys.
They're all right.
you know, and it, you know, I wanted to talk about that, how when you're a concept album maker, when you know that's what you want to do, where you want like a complete thought as an album, it's a tough world for you right now because it's singles. All people do is like buy the one song on iTunes, which is cool. I think I'm going to try to kind of work both angles where you put out, you give them the ability to get the song, a single song for $1, and then like, you know, this really long good album for like, you know, I don't know yet, but it would be cool to put it out for like $8 or something, you know. Yeah, I think that's we're just gonna do that and see. But I think if I'm putting 3 of my better songs on this demo, and I kind of feel like if I go around New York and I shop it around and I just put my heart into getting it to everybody that I can, and nothing happens, then what's gonna happen if I put like another demo out with like, you know, I mean, maybe they're not the right songs, but you know what I mean? Like, if I can't do it with like these 3 of my best songs, then what's the point of, you know, so I'm really focused on just getting somewhere with this demo for now, and then worrying about maybe getting indie label interest, or I might slowly continue to record. I do have a plan to just continue to record my cousin Chris, but he, with Chris Neptune, I should say. I don't want, my cousin Chris is like, but you know, he's a music teacher, and you know, teachers are so overworked as it is, and it's like, you know, you only get so much time. But you know, I think you could hear from New York City Lights that we have a good thing going on. I kind of write these songs on acoustic guitar and then turn them into these. Try to make it like this indie rock kind of vibe. It depends on the song. Sometimes it's like you heard some of the other ones where it's just, this should just be an acoustic song, and you know, he's real like 80s progressive, and I'm more like 90s, and where we meet is kind of cool, you know. And we both, when you think about both those genres, what do they have in common? Not genres, but time periods. What do they have in common? This kind of like an arena, big sound. You know, like how many bands are out rocking arenas anymore? I mean, the Foo Fighters are like, we're still doing it. It's like, yeah, but you're the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, you're from the 90s.
You guys are gone.
Yeah, there's no one else.
Yeah, it's like
Taylor Swift.
Who's it?
Sorry, Matt. Our buddy Matt loves her.
So I think that, you know, I think the world needs more like big arena kind of sound. I mean, that's like the dream someday. You got to find the band and fit up, you know, all that's kind of, hopefully. I mean, there's so many musicians in New York, so hopefully that something happens there, and just taking it one day at a time and trying to make this the year that I get somewhere, you know.
It's cool. Seems like you took the show at the right time. We got you at the right time. Like,
yeah,
cool,
I mean, this is the first thing that I'm doing like this, and I'll be able to put it on the site. Hopefully I'll get like some kind of, well, you'll put it up and I'll get it from you.
We'll tweet it or message it.
Put it up on
whatever
YouTube
we do.
Yeah, we try our best to get them out there.
Try to get everywhere.
Put it on the YouTubes.
Now, do you write lyrics first? Like, do you have a book of lyrics somewhere, or do you just write, you know, your guitar music first and then add lyrics later?
It's been like just all over the place. I used to be like a true poet, and I used to just like have a scrap of paper on me, and whatever I was doing, I have like a minute of spare time while I wait for this bus or something, I'm gonna write like 8 bars and then just like fold it up and then do something with that later. And then you just have like all these kind of continuous thoughts flowing through your head between guitar and lyrics, and you would say, you might get a lyric in your head that coincides with, or you might have a guitar part and you'd be like, it'd be cool to sing that thing I wrote the other day over that, and then like poems become songs. But you know, most of the time I write the guitar first and try to come up with something. I do have this ability, I guess, to pick up a guitar and come up with something that either, at least I've never played before, or maybe I've never heard before from a band or something. And a lot of it's like kind of, you're messing with numbers, and it's almost like geometric or mathematical or something like that, and you're just kind of like, I don't even know what this chord is, but I'm like doing, I know I want to move this note and this note here, and I want to, you know, so you try to come up with this unique guitar part and then write something over it. You just start like randomly shouting things and like, you know, making noises and see what vowels come out, or see what and you get a hook. I usually write from the hook, or actually I won't call it the chorus. in rap they call it the hook. They call the chorus the hook, or like other genres. To me, the hook is the first line of a song that gets your attention. That's like a whole nother. We don't have to debate over what hook means, but like
a lot of '90s bands had hooks.
That's
really
Blues Traveler.
Yeah.
or like
Blues
the world,
Traveler had the song, the hook.
the world is a vampire. You know what I'm saying? Well, will that be like my version of a hook, the first line? But yeah, the hook is like, I mean, Hook by Blues Traveler. That's a genius way of like using the concept of what a hook is. That's a genius song. Yeah.
It is, dude.
But very hard to perform. Suck it in, suck it in. I don't. That's where I stop.
Yeah,
remember that part?
Like a rinse engine.
Yes, thank you. I mean, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
But sometime lately, I just wrote a song that I came up with one line, and then I just wrote from there for took I don't know, a half hour, and filled a notebook page, and then picked up a guitar, and started playing chords to it, and figured it out, and that's kind of like new for me, where you write the lyric and the chords tend to be like more simple. But what's good about that is they say like it's one of the hardest things to do is to write a simple pop song, like a really catchy song that's simple, and that's like the most valued thing too. So I'm kind of into that right now, and it's almost like a little, I don't know, not country influence, but like just kind of a little more basic than that song. Has like all these like jazz chords that I don't even know what they are in it. New York City Lights, I mean. So this song, this new song is completely different from that, and I think that's one thing I've always tried to do is just like I want this song to be different from everything else that I've done.
Right.
And but I was going to say, I was kind of going through the songwriting process, and I wanted to say to any songwriters out there, if you get some sort of idea, like any idea, whether it's guitar part in like one word or one line, don't just like record it on your phone and be like, I'll work on that later. Like, follow the flow of thought and ideas and where it takes you to, even for like a half an hour, because you'd be surprised. And those are the best songs when you take the time to complete the thought. And that where you go with it is like it's almost like thrilling, where because with songwriting a lot of times you're like, where is this coming from? You know what I mean? Like as if somebody's helping you do it. But you have to be like Ray Manzarek from the Doors used to call it, like, not to show my hippie side or anything, but he used to say like you gotta be open to the creative energies of the universe or whatever, that kind of thing. You gotta kind of like, somebody might be, I don't know if muses are real or anything, but something might be happening on that level, and you gotta see it through. Unless you got to go to work, you should probably go to work. You don't want to be late to work. But that happens. I mean, that's why it's like, man, if I could only just wake up, go to a studio, and make music every day. If somebody was like, you got to write a song every day, I'd be like, all right. And I would love my life for it. But, you got to pay rent, and we got to do our thing.
Is there a lot of editing involved in songwriting? Like, after you write a song, are you constantly going back and saying, okay, I want to change this and stuff like that?
Yeah, songs might evolve over like 10 years of time, where you change this one word, or you change like a pronoun, or like the to or something. You know what I mean? And you kind of just fine tune it along the way, and it's always this evolving thing. And I really like, and then like how you perform it can change too, and that might, and that's a good thing.
I don't even want to think about those like classical composers, like how they would probably have to just sit there over and over again with the entire orchestra, and if they didn't do it right, some of those guys would probably just like make them do it over. And that must have been like, because you couldn't just record the stuff back then. Back in those days.
They're on another level that I won't understand. I can't read music. I will give guitar lessons if anyone wants for the kids, some beginner lessons or whatever, anything, any age. But I won't teach them how to read music. We're talking tablature, the way I learned via the internet. Let's get up to date, people. What is this? What is this written music? What is that? But if I didn't have tablature on the internet in like 1993 playing Nirvana In Bloom, like I never would have got anywhere.
Nice.
That was like the first song I learned.
I'm thinking we take a real quick break, set you up, and you'll play something live for us, you said?
Yeah, I would love to.
That'd be awesome,
man.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna be back in.
I think I talk this way usually. Even when I'm looking that way. I don't know. It's weird.
All right, what's up, guys? We're back. We still got Holden in studio for us, and he's gonna play a song live for us. What are you playing for us, man?
It's called A Day in the Snow. It was snowing a second ago. I don't know. I took that as like some kind of sign.
Appropriate.
I don't know. Should I just play it, or do you want me to talk about it, or I don't know.
Is there a backstory?
I'm like, are we on storytellers? Like, the,
Behind the music.
Can we play VH1 storytellers? It's just, you know, from a childhood memory, and it's like kind of comes from when your parents, if your parent, not everybody's parents really like show a lot of affection to each other and stuff like that. Right. So maybe like one memory where you felt like they did, and that like and that meant something, but maybe it was just kind of like the veil or the mask or something. You know what I mean?
Cover.
So it's like a metaphor for that whole thing. I don't know. Actually, it's just art, and it's just whatever you think it is.
Nice.
I like that explanation.
Yeah.
That's much better interpretation.
Yeah. I'm supposed to like, let's keep some mystery.
Whatever
Come
you
on.
think it is, that's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
All right. So just go.
Yeah, man,
The
whenever
mics
you're
are
ready.
good and all that.
Yeah,
be.
should be. I'll be adjusting stuff as we
Okay.
go. So
I didn't know we should angle it.
All right.
I don't think so.
I'm wondering like where
yeah,
can
maybe you could turn it a little towards it. Maybe point it down a little.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
Oh.
I might just look over here because it's like weird. Just
Yeah.
everybody be. I'm trying to like I gotta find something to like focus on or something. Okay.
Everybody look away.
So yeah. Okay. Edge of the world with a future unknown. I think back to a day when I was very young. Take a day off from school, thanks be to the snow. First time in my life that this felt like spend the days with all the ones that you love in a place where your heart can be found. Higher powers are watching over you, making sure you're safe and sound. We've only hours till the sun should rise on another day. So get out there and play. You're gonna want that day. Oh, how I want that day back. We could only see so far through the snow. Build a fortress to hide on all of the things we don't want to know. Dad picks up the snowman's head and drops it right over Mom. Mom picks up the bottom and got right back. Spend the days with all the ones that you love in the place where your heart can be found. Higher powers are watching over you, making sure you're safe and sound. We've only hours till the sun should rise on another day. So get out there and play. You're gonna want that day. Instead you live with today, when everything you've ever had and ever wanted to love is now gone. And China's getting ready soon to drop one of its bombs on Taiwan.
Stay in the snow. Stay in the snow. Stay in the snow. Stay in the snow.
Wow.
Great.
Fucking amazing.
Wow, thank you. Thanks so much.
Wow, thank you, dude.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
Incredible.
I'm pretty proud of that one.
Yeah.
That was the one I listened to today, and I was like, when Slim said he was playing that other one, I was like, I like that one though. And then he said you were playing it live, and I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple of songwriters say like I should push that one the most, but
Yeah.
I thought it'd be cool if I'm up in New York to push New York City Lights and
Yeah.
have that on there, and people are like, "Whoa, wait, what's this?" Maybe.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, so
the
sick.
other track.
Yeah,
It's like the
It brought back memories for me though, like
cool.
that snow shit. Yeah, like
Yeah, I mean, it was
fucking
overall
awesome.
just like this great day that you had,
Yeah.
with your
Yup.
family and stuff. But and then I, turned into like some sort of geopolitical metaphor about
yeah.
like China and like I don't know, I get crazy with it, and I just like try to think about, well, what could that mean like today, like how we only see, especially in America, just like, well, what either the mainstream media gives us, or what we want to see. We don't see, not that there's an immediate problem with China and Taiwan. I think they're, they historically, I think like China might not like them too much, but like, it just it rhymed and stuff. So
yeah.
I don't know. But so that brought back like a memory for you though, or
Yeah, there was a couple. Well, the first one was when I think it was 84. There was a huge blizzard up north when I lived. I remember tunneling through the snow. That was fucking awesome. And what was it, 95 or 96?
96.
When
a
there was
big-
the other one. It was worse down here, but I was still living up north. And I remember me and my buddy Tom, we were all home from college. And we wanted to smoke so bad. Smoke bud. And, we always smoked with my buddy Dan Havery. And we walked to his house, which was only like 2 miles away, but it was epic in that fucking snowstorm. And we got there, and we told his mom we're going outside to have a snowball fight. And we just went outside and smoked a joint. And she believed us. That's how innocent and sweet we were.
nice.
But that was cool, man. I remember that as a kid. I think it was like 84, I'd like to say. It was another one like that. And I remember just digging tunnels through. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, I don't know
My
where
dad was
that
with
song came from, or it's one of those things where it comes out of nowhere. And but I think people shouldn't be afraid to write songs about anything, and I'm kind of like big on that. It doesn't always have to be about sex and relationships and
How many
whatnot. Not that
bitches,
you shouldn't do
money.
that too, because
Yeah.
that could be very therapeutic, and that's a good thing. But
Oh, it's a nice.
Good way to bring a girl home and just start playing.
yeah.
Oh, G Love.
I gotta learn some G love.
So now you moved to New York recently, right? How long ago did you move?
Do I have to answer that? No, I
We were just wondering.
I've been adjusting, all right? No, it's crazy. When you move to New York from, it's been like, I'll say a few months.
Okay.
It's been like, let's just say a few months. And, you really have to commit to becoming a New Yorker, and
Right.
or else, like, you're just going to be that guy from Jersey that's kind of, like, confused and anxious about everything. And just, so you really have to, like, let go of the ties And so I feel like I'm finally at that point, right around the new year, where, except you guys, I wanted to keep this tie down here because we set this up. No, I think you talked to me in the bar.
You were wearing a hot
November?
dog suit with a V for Vendetta mask. If I remember
Yes.
correctly.
Yes, Anarchist
Awesome.
Frank was
That's
that
the-
costume.
that's the
Yeah.
I remember that. I was actually.
I don't know.
At the bar.
It was just I went to a Halloween store and I couldn't make up my mind, so it was just let's do both. I think I was interested in the challenge of because I played a gig in it with my cover band, and I was interested in like, can you play a gig with a Guy Fawkes mask on, which is huge now for the whole
The anonymous.
right.
Yeah.
And I keep it in my car at all times just in case like I need to become anonymous like at any time, or like
That's a
oh,
good
shit, there's
idea.
like this
That
protest happening in New York, and they just took over this street, and like if I put this on, they're all gonna be cool with me. It's like, I don't know.
That's a good thing to do.
So but I had to like cut the mouth open and cut the eyes really wide.
Right.
So now it's like if you look closer, you'd be like, yeah, that's Mike. Or Holden.
Holden, that's Holden.
I actually wanted to ask you about that you're going by the name Holden now.
Yeah.
You told us earlier it was because, Mike is too much of a common name,
Yeah.
but why did you pick Holden? Like, what, is that something...
It's man, that's such a long answer, but it's
A family name, maybe.
no, it's pretty. I tell people it's like, well, I when you're in high school and you're like I was saying playing Battle of the Bands and stuff, or you're dreaming up like your big original band that's gonna make it someday or something, and I would draw like these logos and stuff, and there was something about just that name Holden I really liked. I also thought initially it could work as like I could stay a solo artist, or if I find a band, it could still be like the name of a band, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should admit that I know that there's this French DJ already named that, but I figure like if it's not a household
It's not
name,
American. It doesn't
and
count.
if it's not American, I'll be like, we have our own laws or something.
He's not here. I wouldn't worry about him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Throw a
But
baguette at you.
it's pretty much any reason you could think of to have the name Holden, I've probably thought of it, and it probably works for what I'm trying to be, and I think it just works for my music. I'm not saying that it has like if you think of the character in Catcher in the Rye,
Holden Caulfield.
Holden Caulfield,
I'm not
yeah.
saying it has a sadness to it, but like I think some of my songs can be, which I haven't really shown today, but because I'll get into the positivity and stuff if you want, but like I don't know. I think sad music is good. I love like a lot of stuff that's like sad, and so I think you should have
Melancholy.
that in addition to. I think that's why I like concept albums, because you can kind of mix it up and have like all these
Right.
different vibes.
You can
I'm
evolve
a
emotionally.
big fan of the band Alice in Chains, and a lot of their songs
yeah.
are extremely like that song.
Depressing.
Well,
That
like
song Nutshell is that song is so sad. Like,
What's
well,
what's the
I
one
grew up
about the
on that.
Vietnam
Yeah.
vet? Fucking.
Oh,
I'm pissed I
Rooster,
can't.
yeah.
Yeah, the Rooster. That shit will make
he's
you
watching
fucking.
his buddy die, like he's
Just-
breathing his
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yup.
I grew up on that stuff, and I was
Yeah,
I was
me
thinking
too.
about this today actually. How where are the huge mainstream bands that were clearly influenced by like the huge '90s bands?
Yeah.
And I like to think like that they're gonna come. I feel like they're gonna come around. Like that maybe they were. If you related to that music, like I was,
Yeah.
I was a little depressed. It's like you might be depressed or something, but and maybe it takes a while to come out of it. I also think it's like 30 is the new 20. It
Yeah.
really is. And
Yeah.
That's
not that I'm gonna like date myself, but like
pushing
That's the whole
40,
thing
man.
With the
like we're just coming around that we're just getting out of the stupor of the whole thing or something. I don't know.
The
I
whole
like
thing
I don't know.
with
It's like-
Yeah.
grunge. That's like the grunge era was the first time that they catered to people that were in their like late mid-20s. You know what I mean? Like
Oh right, yeah.
That
Instead of
gave them-
instead of the 13-year-olds
yeah,
and
that
stuff.
gave them a voice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
So now
that was
it's-
like kind of like the Gen Xers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think you're gonna see from the millennials like, and that's kind of like what I want to be is
Yeah.
hopefully a full band for I kind of take ownership. I like the whole millennial idea. Like I'm cool with being one of them.
Yeah,
a lot of people talk trash about them and stuff, but I'm trying to say that we're overall pretty cool and good. Yeah, I mean, now I think what I wanted to say is, like, you know, eventually I think people got tired of all this, like, kind of downer music.
Yeah,
and it's like, black hole, sun, you know, and it's like, man, the black hole, the sun's the black hole, and it's going to, like, suck everyone. Suck everyone.
I do love that song. That's a great song.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the video, too.
Oh, yeah. The video's so weird.
Crazy.
You see people's faces
It's like classical music on guitar. It's really good. The classic video. Remember videos? I mean, that you didn't need to put on YouTube and stuff. But I think
there was an actual channel of
videos. Yeah, and they actually played that. No. Well, I don't even know what it is now. Is it even still around?
It's like MTV4 or something like that. Yes. 1, 2, and 3 are just completely far gone.
That's all hoverboard documentaries.